kind of start of a new campaign, but you sense that the kind of squad environment that you're in now is nothing like the squad environment when you first got called up 8 years ago.
No, as I was saying, I feel, now there's, a lot more of my age group, and, we're all into similar sort of things, whether it's PlayStation or, playing FIFA or whatever. We all mingle with each other, and as I was just saying before, the likes of Declan and Callum, I feel that now that they can come straight in, into camp and, feel that they can sit with anyone on the dinner table or go into anyone's room and play PlayStation.
Because that wasn't the way it was when you first joined.
Yes, when I joined, that was 8 years ago now, so I'm a bit of a veteran here. But it was a lot different. There's a lot more senior players, the likes of Lampard, Gerrard, Ashley Cole, John Terry. Rio Ferdinand was there, Peter Crouch, and there's a lot of big characters in the dressing room. And as a 20-year-old coming into that, I've watched them play. So it was a little bit daunting, but as I said, they tried to welcome me as best they can, but when they've got other things to think about, I'm not sure they wanted to think about a 20-year-old.
Now you're an established international. Russia must seem, even though we're at the start of a new campaign, Russia was only 6, 7, 8 months ago. Must seem like years ago though, really, doesn't it?
No, when you sit back and actually look and pinch yourself of what we achieved, not just as a team but as a nation, I feel we've made great steps forward into what we want to be, known as by a country, especially in the footballing world. So, as I say, it was a great, experience, great opportunity, very privileged to represent my country at such a high level. But as you say now, that is in the past, and we need to look forward, especially to the next couple of games that we've got coming up now.
Given that you reached those levels in the summer, does that give you greater motivation at the start of a new campaign, or does it make it more difficult to motivate yourself to start all over again?
I don't think you should need any motivation to put on an England shirt. I think as soon as you get that call up, that should be the motivation to each and every day perform on the training pitch, and definitely when you get called upon, come the big game day. But as I say, we set the bar so high there. It was good because not many people expected too much from us, so we went there with no expectations, but we secretly believed that we could go all the way. So the bar's set now. It's out there in the open for everyone to see, and we need to, as professionals and as sportsmen, keep up that high standard.
You talk about that bar being set high. It's set quite high in your position right now as well, isn't it? Right back. The competition for places there is probably more intense than anywhere else. How do you approach that?
No, it's good. I feel that each and every one of us, if it's me, Trips or Trent, we're all going to push each other on. I think it's good for English football that we've got so many good right backs coming through, and whoever will play, the other two will be more than happy, for them, and supporting them definitely.
But obviously you want it to be you, like the other two want it to be them. How do you go about showing Gareth Southgate that you should be the first choice?
No, I feel with Man City, especially for the last couple of years, I've been playing reasonably well. The results obviously for Man City take care of themselves, but on a personal performance I think I've been doing well, and when I've been called upon with England, whether it's been at right centre back or right full back, I've tried to apply myself in the same way I would do in any game. So that's down to the manager, that's not my decision. He's got the hard job in picking 11 players to play on the field, and I'm sure whoever he picks will do a fantastic job.
But there's no sort of real intensity between your relationships in that position?
I've played with Trips, for the last 4 years at Tottenham, and whoever got the start and the nod at Tottenham was both happy for each other. Me and Trips go back from flipping out under 19s England, so we played together and been fighting for a position like this for a long time now. But we're very supporters, we're very close friends, and it's whoever gets the shirt, I'll be more than happy for.
You're one of just a few guys in this squad who are playing this season not just for a quadruple, but given the Nations League, it's a quintuple. I think they get it. That would be quite an achievement to get all those over the line for you.
Yeah, it will be. But as even when I've got my Man City hat on, I just take each and every game as it comes. Can't really look too much into the future because who knows what's going to happen. But it's good to be involved in all of them, and still fighting and right up there, where you can smell, the big finals coming up. So hopefully I'm there in all of them, but I think what will be will be.
What's the key to keeping yourself fresh, both I suppose mentally as well as physically, because there's an awful lot of the season left and an awful lot still to fight for?
I think it's just about being professional. You know, obviously, with me, I've got 3 boys at home, so they keep me on my toes. But it's about finding that fine balance of, you know, getting your rest and being a dad, because obviously you need to perform, you know, at such a high standard, day in, day out. But you also need to be a dad as well. So it's a fine balance, but I feel that I'm juggling it well.
Do you think being a dad actually helps you in your professional life?
I think it's kept me feeling younger, I can tell you that. You know, I'm 28, I've played a lot of games now, but, you know, I still feel fresh. I mean, coming back off the fantastic summer we had and not really having much rest because I went to play the Community Shield for Man City. You know, I still feel fresh, and I'm raring to go, really.
What about the next round of the Champions League then, obviously against your old club, and you tweeted about that, saying something like, this will be a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to that?
No, of course, you know, to go back and definitely see old faces, but it's going to be a tough game. You know, I think both sides know that, you know, it's a tough draw, and, you know, from our point of view, we just need to go and prepare as we have done throughout all the season, and hopefully the result will take care of itself.
How do you think you'll be received?
I don't know. Like, for me, I've always said that, and, you know, when I left Tottenham, I said they'll forever have a place in my heart because they was the team that put me on the map, really, you know, to give me the Premier League status that I wanted, and, you know, to give me the chance regularly in the Premier League that, you know, I felt that I deserved at the time. So, as I say, you know, whatever reception I get, if it's good or bad, I don't mind because they will forever be in my heart. You
were being a bit mischievous with the tweet, weren't you?
No, definitely not. No, definitely not. It's, you know what, people think of one thing and, you know, say another. I'm not having a dig at Tottenham, not one bit. You know, it will be fun. It will be a fun game, no matter if we've got Liverpool or Barcelona or Ajax. It's all going to be exciting games. But, you know, for me personally, it's going to be a good game, and obviously, you know, I want to win. You
don't mind dropping a few things out on social media, though, do you? You're quite active in that. Does that? How does that? I mean, does that relax you? Do you see it as a bit of entertainment?
I think it's just me as my character. You know, I like to have fun. I feel that, you know, football needs to be taken seriously, but not too serious, because we need to enjoy it as well. It's such a short career, and I don't want to have any regrets. Now, that's not me tweeting things and thinking, oh, at the end of it, I wish I'd tweeted that. But, you know, I like to have a little bit of fun with it. Now, there's a fine line, I do know that, and sometimes I've overstepped the mark. And I apologise if I offended anyone with that, but, you know, it's just me and who I am, and, you know, having a bit of fun.
Yeah, but sometimes people take things too seriously, don't you think?
Well, yeah, but I have to understand that, you know, when you've got X amount of followers following you, you're not going to please everyone. So as long as they know that I'm not trying to be offensive or disrespectful to them, then that's fine by me.
Eric dropped a bit of a grenade this week, didn't he? # People's Vote. Is that something that you lot discuss on camp?
No.
Brexit, anything like that?
No, I don't. I think that's probably down with Eric and Jordan Henderson, that conversation, you know, and Fabian Delph. But as I say, you know, for us, we're a good bunch of lads. We click well, and there's no clicks in the dressing room, and I think that's set the benchmark for us to go on and achieve what we achieved, definitely in England.
Just a couple more questions, Kyle. Before Russia, there was lots of talk about, you know, the racism that the team might get when they're out there. It actually never happened, did it?
No.
But since we've come back into this season in the UK, there's been a few incidents which haven't been pleasant. Is that something that you're conscious of? Can you put a finger on why that might be re-emerging?
I think it's just the world that we live in. You know, you can ping up banners, you can put, you know, T-shirts, kick racism out of the football, but it's not just in football. You know, it's everywhere in the world that it happens. But, you know, as Raheem's come out and said, and, you know, many other people have come out and said, it does need to stop. But who knows if it's ever going to.
How do we go about that? I mean, is there anything that you as footballers can do? I mean, I know you may or may not like being a role model. Unfortunately, you don't get a choice in that normally. No. But is there anything that, you know, do you have solutions to this, specifically as it relates to football?
For me, it's, you know, luckily enough, I've never really, you know, had it directed directly at me. But for us, I mean, if we are role models and stuff like that, and I do understand that for, you know, the little kids that are growing up and looking up at us, you know, I mean, I would just give a bit of advice, just be yourself, you know, you don't matter if you're, you know, Asian, you know, or black, white, we're all the same, you know, we all have a heart, we all have blood in our veins, and that's it, you know, it doesn't matter about the skin colour or even anything, you know, as long as you're a respectable person and you deal with your issues as you want to deal with them without offending others, then that's fine with me.
And I suppose this squad is quite a good reflection on, you know, Britain today, isn't it? The makeup of it.
Definitely. I mean, if you look around, the diversity in the squad is unbelievable. But I think that's good. You know, I think without that, then, you know, I don't think, you know, we would be England. This is England, you know, in today's world that we live in. And, you know, it's fantastic to see, you know, people from different backgrounds getting a chance at an England shirt. Yeah,
Carl, something we've seen over the last few weeks on a couple of occasions, fans actually coming onto the pitch. Is that something that as a player scares you?
No, as I said, you know, it hasn't directly happened to me before, but it's scary. That man could have had anything on him, whether it be a knife or anything, you know. But as long as, you know, Jack, if we're referring to that, or Chris the other day, you know, as long as they're safe, then that's the main, you know, issue. I thought, hats off to Jack how he dealt with it. You know, he got back up and, you know, he kind of let his football do the talking.
Do you have a view what should happen to fans who think it's okay to do that, to go onto the pitch?
I don't really think it's down to me to put in laws and stuff like that. I just think, just watch the game, you know. It's an entertainment sport and we're trying to entertain. Don't spoil it for other people. As I say, we all have families, as I do, that I want to go back to, and, you know, if you've got something on you or anything, you're trying to hurt me for some unknown reason, then, you know, just because I play for a certain club or anything like that, I think it's a little bit, you know, selfish of you.